This is Dee with Pretty and Things. Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. Well, you guys, the lashes are off, the baseball cap is on. I got me a little sippy sip, and I'm ready to get into this recap of Life of Kylie. Today is August 6th. It's the first 2 episodes, so let's just get right into them. Okay guys, so before we begin, I want to remind you to hit that notification, turn those notifications on right now, because I will be bringing you weekly recaps of Life of Kylie. Also, I want to encourage you to subscribe, guys. Subscribe to my channel if you like my content. It is greatly appreciated. Before we begin, I have to give a quick shout out to Kylie Shoot on Instagram. If you are a Kylie Jenner fan, and you know that on Instagram there are tons of Kylie Jenner fan sites and photo page. My personal favorite is Kylie Shoot, and so I just wanted to give Kylie Shoot a quick shout out and thank you. No, this is not a collaboration per se. This is just two people, two Kylie fans, helping each other out. So thank you, and you guys please follow Kylie Shoot. It is the best Kylie Jenner photo site, news site on Instagram, in my not so humble opinion. So today was the premiere of A Life of Kylie on E. There were two 30-minute episodes, and yeah, let's get into the recap, and then I'm going to get into like my impressions, and of course I want to hear or read your impressions in the comments. All right, let's go. Okay, so no recap of Kylie Jenner, Life of Kylie, would be complete without Kylie Jenner products. On my lips, I am wearing True Brown K and the Kylie lip gloss, and So Cute. So if you like this combo, this is what it is. So get that out of the way. Okay, so let's get into this this hour of A Life of Kylie. Again, two 30-minute episodes. It begins with Kylie, and I've got notes here, guys. I didn't want to leave anything out. So I've got my notes here. So if I'm looking down, I'm just referring to the notes. So I just want to be thorough here. Life of Kylie. It opens with Kylie kind of discussing the fact that nobody has a perfect life. That yes, she's got all the money to buy whatever she wants, any house, any car, but that isn't what brings her joy. And her sort of reason for this show is to show her true self, not the image we see on Instagram or Snapchat, which is only a part of her, the sort of marketed part of her, not the true person that she is. So it begins with an introduction to her team, and her team consists of her best friend Jordan. They've been best friends since 8th grade. Her executive assistant Victoria, her makeup artist Ariel, whom she met on Instagram, and her hairstylist Tokyo. And this is like the core of her team, her glam team, as well as her friends. And it was clear that they were all very close friends. So Kylie discussed that makeup has always been her passion, and even when she was like in like junior high school, she'd be the one like with purple eyeshadow on. That's always been something she wanted to do, was have her own makeup line, and kudos to her for making it happen. She said she didn't need makeup, and then she thought for a second, and she's like, yes, I do, I need makeup. And the next scene is her at home in her PJs. She's got these really cute like cheetah pajamas, and they've complete with the ears. It's like a onesie with ears and slippers, really cute, and it's cheetah print, and she's discussing like how in the future she wants children. The big sort of premise of that episode was in regards to her prom date with this student named Albert. Now Jordan was somehow in touch with this kid's mother, and Jordan and Kylie had like a Skype call with Albert's mother, and she was kind of relaying how he had been kind of bullied at school, how kids had made fun of him, how he hadn't had a date for homecoming or anything in high school, how some freshmen had made a sign saying, you know, Albert needs a prom date, and he was so embarrassed and humiliated by it. And then Kylie commented on how cruel kids could be, and how you know, she was homeschooled and she never went to prom or had those experiences as a teenager, and how she sort of identified with the outcast because she herself felt like an outcast, which I thought was, you know, pretty touching. So she decided to go to prom with this kid Albert, which I thought was really nice. So she goes to like pick out a prom dress, and she chooses this stunning, like rose colored, off the shoulder, like Roman type of dress. Gorgeous, form fitting. Her body is to die for, gorgeous. One of the things she also mentioned was the Instagram post that she makes. She says that she reads the comments. Like whenever she posts a picture, she reads the comments that her fans make, and if they say, you know, Kylie, what are you doing? What the hell is this? She will delete it. You know, so she takes things to heart, and she takes the comments to heart. So the next scene is they show her and her team getting her ready for prom. And one of the things she learned while she was getting dressed is that Tokyo, actually none of her team, none of her glam team, Tokyo, you know, Victoria, none of them went to prom. So, you know, Tokyo sort of confided in her that he dropped out of school. He dropped out of high school because he was bullied and it was such a torturous experience for him. He just quit. So, Kylie thought it would be a great idea to invite Tokyo's boyfriend Chris, fly him in, and have him meet Tokyo, you know, surprise him at the prom so Tokyo could enjoy the prom as well, because he also never had that experience. So they try to get a private plane, to take them to prom. They had, you know, sort of hiccups with that. Kylie said she's not bougie when it comes to flying, you know, private or commercial. She doesn't, you know, mind flying commercial, but wherever she goes, there's this media frenzy, and there's always a lot of press, and sometimes you just want to be in your sweats and just get on the plane rather than having to be done up, or, you know, having, you know, all eyes on her. So they finally secured like a private plane to get them to the prom. They were a little bit late. The kid Albert was sort of waiting for her to get dressed and meet him there. And when, you know, he looked very nice in his little suit, his little tuxedo. And when she sort of arrived there and she met him, I mean, I don't know. For me, I thought he could have been more surprised. He didn't look as surprised as I would have thought he would have been. He was, you know, pretty calm. I mean, obviously there were cameras there, and he was dressed, so I'm sure he knew he was meeting somebody. I don't know. He didn't look as surprised as I thought he would have been, considering this is a kid who's never had a date for any sort of homecoming. But be that as it may, you know, he was very, very happy. So she and her glam team and Albert went to prom, and as you can imagine, it was a absolute frenzy with, you know, the kids screaming, and everybody had their cell phone taking videos and taking pictures. But, you know, nevertheless, despite all the crush, she seemed like she had a good time. Her friends had a good time. They danced, just had a good time. And this Albert kid was loving life. And, I mean, obviously, rightfully so. So that was a really cute scene. I loved when Chris showed up for Tokyo and sort of surprised him, because you know, again, Tokyo had not had his prom, and to have Chris show up as his date, that was really sweet to me. And you know, Kylie, of course, enjoyed the prom. That was her first prom. She'd never had that experience. So she, boop, checked that off her bucket list. Okay, so episode 2 was Kylie setting Jordan up on a blind date with a friend of hers. Um, Kylie, you know, set her up. Jordan was a little bit reticent about wanting to go, but finally she agreed. And Kylie basically put like ears in her, like a microphone, where Kylie would have like this walkie-talkie, and Jordan could hear her sort of giving instructions and speaking to her as she was having her date. So they roll up. Jordan gets out the car, goes to meet the guy. They sit down at this coffee shop outside and have coffee and just chat. While Jordan is talking to this guy, of course, she could hear Kylie in her ear, and she proceeds. Jordan tells the guy, "Yeah, well, you know how she doesn't know if people like her for her because she's Kylie's friend or whatever." And she was saying how she only had, you know, 2 really close friends, and Kylie was in the car like, 2? Like, what do you mean to? Like, who's the second one? And she was like really almost like very jealous, like, what are you talking about? Like, I thought I was your best friend. I was your only friend. That was really cute, and it was very telling how Kylie is almost like very like possessive of Jordan. You know, she seemed, I mean, she was funny about it. Of the 2 episodes, this was my favorite scene when Kylie was in the car, like speaking to her in the earphones. Jordan was kind of laughing because she's trying to have this date with this guy, when Kylie like kind of like going off on her, saying like, "Who the hell is your other friend? I'm your friend. Like, who is it? Like, don't get in this car." It was really cute. It was really funny. So after the date, you know, Kylie actually goes on a therapy session. Um, she actually has a therapy session with a psychologist who chose to remain anonymous because, you know, she didn't want to be on camera, because this was, you know, apparently legitimately a real therapy session. So, you know, Kylie sits down and proceeds to tell her how her sort of public image is only a fraction of who she is, and she feels almost compelled to be a certain way, to be a certain brand. She thinks back to when she's like 14 years old, and she used to make these silly, goofy, you know, videos, funny videos, but because of the criticism that she receives, and like the high profile that she has, she doesn't feel she can be her goofy, funny, silly self. Now she has to be basically this glamazon. You know, she's a cosmetic brand, and now she can't be Kylie, the Kylie that she knows. She's got to have this image. So when they criticize her, it doesn't hurt as much, because they're only criticizing the brand, the image, not her as a person. It's a self-protection sort of mechanism, which I found, you know, really interesting. And so the next scene is her. She's in the car with Jordan, and they're talking about, and they're like heading for the beach. And she has this conversation with Jordan about, you know, fame, and how Kendall and Haley Baldwin and Gigi are so good at handling the media and the fame and all that, and how someone like Kim, who says that, you know, she was made for this, you know, it doesn't really bother them. But for Kylie, she says it's very difficult for her. She has anxiety behind it, and she's just not cut out for it. And while she understands that, yeah, she feeds into it because that's her brand, that's her job, she also looks forward to the day when, you know, it all comes to an end. Which I thought was a little bit sad. You know, she hadn't really, they went to the beach, it was at night, and she was saying like, gosh, I can't remember, you know, the last time I went to the beach. So that was pretty much it, guys. So what are my thoughts on the 2 episodes? Well, firstly, I thought elements of it were a little bit sad, to be honest with you. I can see how some people might be like, oh, whatever, poor little rich girl. I mean, we're struggling to, make ends meet. You've got everything in the world. You have no reason to complain. I get that. And she did make it clear that she's very fortunate. She's very lucky. Yes, she has all those things. But at the end of the day, money does not buy happiness. And we see that it doesn't. I mean, look at her brother Rob and the things he's going through with his child, with Black China. I mean, that's some Jerry Springer shit right there. I mean, that's real. So money does not buy happiness. And that's kind of her point. She wants to find her happiness because everything that surrounds her, all the fame, all the fortune, all the media attention, is not bringing her happiness. I mean, she's 19, she just turned actually 20 years old, and she wants to be able to live her life and enjoy herself and be as normal as she possibly can within her world. I love the relationship between her and Jordan, and just her and her team. She seems like a very cool person, really nice person, really funny, really, I mean, just really down to earth, kind of just a cool chick. And I think that the people around her are people that she trusts and she can be herself with. She mentioned that she felt like, a bit of an outcast, and I can see how, the team around her are the sort of island of misfits. I think on the whole, the show is, like she said, therapy. I definitely think she got her boobs done. I mean, her body is to die for. But there's no question she had a little work done on the boobs. Guys, I like her take on fame and how challenging it is and how she doesn't always like being the center of attention. So, I mean, on the whole, I thought this episode was cute. I thought it was enlightening. The whole therapy session, like that part of it, I didn't expect. And there's a part of me, I'll be honest, that feels a little sorry for her. It isn't all it's cracked up to be. The reality is very different from what we see. We think she has this, amazing, glamorous life. And she does, but there's also the flip side to it as well. So going forward, you guys, I'm really looking forward to see more about her brand and how she built this brand and the collections that she's launched throughout the last year. I'm also hoping, you guys, that there's going to be some discussion about like Tyga and Travis Scott. I mean, let's keep it real. This is the shit we want to know. Let's all the way real. I would be very disappointed if there's no mention of like Tyga and that relationship and what happened and the breakup and all that. I'm not sure when this was filmed. Tyga says they broke up back in December, so I don't know if this was filmed in, February through whatever, it was after they broke up. So, I mean, you have to take that into consideration. But I think most of us will be disappointed if there is no mention at all of that relationship and the breakup and all of that. But I just hope going forward she is, as forthcoming as, the other girls have been on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Whatever you think about them, I mean, they have revealed it all. Boyfriends, husbands, divorce, babies, everything. They have been very forthcoming. And I just feel like if you're going to get on a reality show and show your life, you should show your life. So this is the shit people want to know, Kylie. So it'll be interesting to see if she touches upon the whole relationship with Tyga and her new relationship with Travis Scott. So that's it, guys. That's my recap of Life of Kylie. I hope you liked it. If you do, please like, subscribe, and follow me, guys. I want to know your comments. Please comment below. Comment below. Let's discuss. Let's talk. What are your thoughts on it? Did you like it? I mean, did you not like it? I mean, let me know. I want to know. Comment below. So, yeah, until next week, you guys. Mwah.